Hey, we continue with the Operation Encore file readings. This one is called the Eyad al-Rababah helped Hani Hanjour and Nawaf al-Hazmi secure an apartment in Falls Church, Virginia in March of 2001. A little bit of a background about Eyad Mustafa al-Rababah. He was a Jordanian citizen arrested following the 9/11 attacks. He worked as a computer technician and lived in West Patterson, New Jersey, and then in the spring of 2000 moved to the area of Falls Church, Virginia, where he befriended, incidentally, two of the hijackers because he was actually a member of the al-Hijra Mosque, whose imam was Anwar al-Awlaki. Now, as you'll know, that both Nawaf al-Hazmi, Khalid al-Mihdhar, and Hani Hanjour meet with Anwar al-Awlaki in San Diego and then also in Virginia. Um, and by the time of the attacks were taking place, al-Rababah was living in Bridgeport, Connecticut. And on September 29th, when the FBI released the pictures on 2 days prior, he actually went to the FBI office in Bridgeport, Connecticut, where he claimed that he recognized at least four of the hijackers. And then the FBI detained him, held him for weeks and weeks and months without charge. And he was actually expelled from the country back to Jordan. So this is going to be the file that we read from today. Was he part of the attacks? I think he was just incident. He was somebody that was assisting these guys, and that was it. He wasn't part of the operation. In Falls Church, Virginia, al-Rababah introduced the two Saudi males to blank at the mosque. The two men, claiming to be from Mecca, Saudi Arabia, had expressed a need for an apartment in the Falls Church, Virginia area because they had been living in a hotel for approximately 2 weeks. Al-Rababah had advised the two Saudis that he was going to help them secure an apartment. Blank was shown a photo array created on September 23rd, 2001, containing 23 photographs. Blank studied the array and identified photograph number 22 as Nawaf al-Hazmi, and photograph number 5, Hani Hanjour, as the two Saudi nationals that had been introduced to him at the mosque by al-Rababah during the last weeks of March 2001. Al-Rababah and the two Saudi males, Hani Hanjour and Nawaf al-Hazmi, had exchanged phone numbers and approximately 1 week later had located an apartment in the area for them. Hanjour and al-Hazmi had visited Blank and al-Rababah on at least two occasions at Falls Church, Virginia. The first visit, the two Saudi men called the residence and arrived shortly after. During the visit, al-Rababah and Blank conversed with the two Saudis, who inquired about Arab communities in the area near New York City. Saudis expressed that they did not want to stay in New York because it was too expensive. Al-Rababah had suggested that the Saudis should attempt to find residence in Patterson, New Jersey, where he knew several people. And Blank and al-Rababah both thought that the two Saudi men were secret police from the Middle East because they had no jobs. They were living in hotels for long periods and were inquiring about Arab communities in the area. Blank had asked the two men if they were students, and they related that they were taking civil aviation classes. And why in Virginia? Because that's where um, Dulles Airport is, near the area of Arlington, where they were to hijack American Airlines Flight 77 that crashed into Wedge 1 of the Pentagon. So you can see these people moving from state to state with the help of unwitting people within these mosques that were directed to these mosques from other people who were working with the Saudi government at the time. So from Los Angeles, you had Fahad al-Tamari, the imam at the King Fahd Mosque, Saudi consulate officer, who then directs them to Omar al-Bayoumi, who basically gives them residence in San Diego through the funds of a former U.S. Saudi ambassador, Bandar bin Sultan, through his wife, Haifa bin Faisal, through the bank, Riggs Bank, and also funding from other people, unwittingly, who were helping them get around town, driving around, acting as their chaperones, unwittingly. And then from there to Virginia as the operation nears, where they are living in an area provided to them by Omar al-Bayoumi and Anwar al-Awlaki, who transferred them from San Diego to Virginia to an area near the mosque, the Al-Hijra, in Virginia, to keep a watchful eye on the future 9/11 operators. With Saudi intelligence close by, Saudi case officers managing the facilitation, providing financial assistance to the 9/11 players, all with CIA knowledge. And that's where the conspiracy lies. And that's just one. All right, guys, thank you very much for tuning in. See you in the next video. Take care, everybody.